EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Pass hauled in by the 6'4" tight end Sternberger. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looking deep now for McCoy. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And it's taken in at the 9. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards, and the Bears take over. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Trubisky will throw. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. On 3rd down, Trubisky. He's going to fire one deep over them. He's got it, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A 1st down and then some, 36 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky, he's got this one complete to Sherfield.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
He finds his running back, Mixon. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, if they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Well, here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. 14 yards into Chicago, first down. Now Trubisky on first down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Throwing once more, it's Trubisky to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense, but in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job, way to knock it down.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Here's Mixon. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run it with Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers going to throw. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Rodgers now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On second down, it's Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep
hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. Well, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. 30, the 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here, we do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. A costly penalty there. A lineman got downfield, and for the moment, that cost him 6 points.
Come on, 180. 50's the mark. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Alert, alert.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for them.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Well, this, of course, the 100th season of NFL football, and 17 matchups with historical significance have been picked throughout the season. And this is the first of them, Bears and Packers, the NFL's oldest rivalry dating way back to 1921, with the Packers having the all-time edge 96, 94, and 6 ties. To throw again on second down, Trubisky. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Deep ball for Goodwin, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
On first and 10, here's Rodgers. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Rodgers now going to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Rodgers now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
To throw is Rodgers. Throwing again. Looking deep now for McCoy. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
You better break. I'm letting you know right now. You better break. Look at this. 58 the money. 58 the money.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. They go play action with Trubisky. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he stopped immediately there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
A gain of 7, and they pick up the first.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Mixon with a first down carry. Some nifty running, but it only gets him to the 45. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 45 on second down, Trubisky, man open, it's Goodwin. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 33.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
On first down, Trubisky under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Throwing right, and that's complete. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Rodgers. Dancing to his left. He'll run it, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. On play action, now Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, check right. Watching you fire. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. It's taken to the 26. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A great return there, bobbing and weaving his way for 31 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
Get up, 180. Check 53's Mike. Coming.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And this one's incomplete.
I think you put just a little bit too much heat on that one. When you throw it to the outside, you do have to be careful because you got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Mixon will try the right side. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Trubisky now to throw on third down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's first and goal. Now Trubisky to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Taking it in from 2 yards out as the Bears push further out in front.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Extra point right down the middle. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on second. And now look out, Rodgers lost the football. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back now at Soldier Field. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. The Packers on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be third and forever. Throwing now is Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Looking deep now for McCoy. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Right 80. Mike, number 52. Alert, 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 alert.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. The Bears on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. From 4 yards out, as the Bears push further out in front. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want, but there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, 2 sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events. Right?
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Corey Littleton. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. To try again after the sack. Rodgers. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Leonard Floyd able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Rodgers now to throw. This for his running back, McCoy. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
The Packers go for it. Rodgers. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 47.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Switch up. Hey, 18.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will make the lead now 26. So yet another field goal to end a drive. That has been a very common theme. He's now hit 5 of them in this game.
Yeah, Brandon, as an offense, you hate that you've had to call on your kicker so often, but you have to love the fact that time and time again, he's come through.
This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. This complete to Jones. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they get to that end zone real fast.
To throw is Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Eddie Jackson picks it. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. Now that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 11-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
You must be dreaming. Hatchet. Hatchet.
Again, it's Mixon. Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Packers pick it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The end result, 21 yards. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Khalil Mack. And the Bears will get the football back. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1.